Well, this is a mess, and I'm gonna tell you why right now. First of all, you can't run an entire advertising campaign on Red Hulk to just show him 2 minutes at the end of the film. Plus, the story is all in pieces. The action quality, however, is really good, I'm not gonna lie. But the scenes are somehow unengaging, with no depth whatsoever. The subplots are trash and don't go anywhere. And I'm not joking, there's not even a single character that leaves a mark in this crap. Not even the main character Sam Wilson as the new Captain America. In the entire movie, he just looked like a depressed guy who got handed a superhero costume. And listen, I'm all in for the underdog story, but this is just sad. We already know that you're never gonna be like Steve Rogers. Move on, man.
You're not Steve Rogers.
You're right. I'm not.
Then we have this idiotic president Thaddeus Ross. Ross here is like a walking disaster. In the entire movie, he's just too predictable, sidelined and not contributing much to the plot. His role felt like a political figure rather than one of the main characters. We even have Giancarlo Esposito as Sidewinder in the movie, and yet somehow they managed to make it suck anyway. His role was poorly written, making the character of Giancarlo Esposito feel insignificant and wasted. Then we have Samuel Stearns as the leader. Portrayed as a villain, he affirms that he's smarter than everyone else and can calculate statistics really well. Well, good for him. Yet he's constantly getting outsmarted by our depressed Captain America and even later from Ross. However, his main ability is that he can mind control people. Yet his power in the entire movie felt pretty weak and unoriginal, to be honest. His transformation as the main villain of the story felt for me rushed and lacked impact. As for the other characters, it's really quick to analyze their disasters. There is Torres as the Falcon. His character simply lacks development and doesn't stand out on his own. Almost identical to his depressed brother Sam Wilson, and his role does not provide any emotional depth whatsoever. Then we have Isaiah Bradley. Despite his significant backstory as the first Black Captain America, we don't get enough screen time, letting his character underutilized and unfinished. That's a shame. Then we have Ruth Serra as Sabra. Well, same story of Bradley here. Not enough room to develop beyond a stereotypical action hero. As for the movie story, it's all about the discovery of the adamantium resources, a rare metal found in the fossilized body of the celestial time wood, which emerge from the Indian Ocean. This discovery obviously sparks international conflicts, as various nations compete for control over this new resource. Very original. In the White House, Ross invites Captain America and Torres to tell them the news. He explained them that they have to find adamantium on a random island that appeared when the giant god statue of the Celestial Time Wood appeared. Ross wants to make sure that every nation gets the same amount of the adamantium, and if not, the USA must have more than the others. Very original, again, very original. In this very boring bit, things get suddenly really hot. People start mindlessly shooting at the president, including the first Black Captain America, who was invited by the party by our dear depressed Captain America. The poor guy didn't even want him to join in the first place. After his unexpected terrorist attack against the president of the hall, the guy seems to not remember anything. Turns out it was a fault of a stupid scientist, the idiotic proclaimed mastermind, Samuel Stearns, A.K.A. the leader. Do you remember him from the Incredible Hulk? Yeah, neither do I. This guy can manipulate people and mind control them with the power of music. Yeah, you heard that right. The villain's ultimate weapon is basically a cursed song from Spotify. Well, are you starting to understand why it is such a stupid movie? Stern's plan was very simple from the beginning. He specifically said that he considered himself as the smartest in the world, that he can craft some good serum, and also that he can use his statistics knowledge for his evil plans. Yet, this idiot missed every single opportunity in the movie and got always outsmarted by literally everyone. Captain America and Torres track Stearns to a secret US government site. Cause as I told you before, he's just an idiot. Turns out, Ross had imprisoned Stearns years ago to make him develop meds for his cardiac problems that apparently only he could make. Never letting him out, of course, he was imprisoned. Now Stearns is pissed, and his entire evil plan is basically mess up with Ross' lives as hard as possible, with his outstanding capacity to get constantly blocked and outsmarted by all the characters in this movie. Yeah, statistic. Meanwhile, Ross with the USA force hurry up to the adamantium site, trying to arrive there before the Japan force. Yeah, I don't know why they choose Japan instead of China as a superpower. Would have been the only thing that could make sense. Instead, it's just stupid. Once there, things get escalated. Stearns hijack with the power of Spotify 2 American fighter jets to start an international incident with Japan. Captain America and Falcon try to stop World War III. There is some really cool action scene, I'm gonna give him that. Torres almost dies, and they manage to prevent war with the Japan force. Once everything settles down, Ross casually mentions that he's been turning into a Hulk on the down low. And what a surprise! Remember those life-saving pills? Yeah, they've been slowly turning him into Red Hulk. Stern, being the pretty genius he is, lets Captain America know just in time, and he even constituted himself immediately after. And good thing that he's a genius, otherwise I cannot think about how many ways he could have failed more, like the idiot he is. Then, during a press conference at the end of the film, Ross gets a little too emotional and basically hulks out, proceed to absolutely wreck the White House. Captain America tries to calm him down. He even fought with him for a while, which doesn't make sense at all, by the way. He's just a human after all, and he should not have not even a single chance against an opponent like Hulk. The fight that they promoted so much lasted for nearly 5 minutes, and ended up with Captain America telling to Red Hulk to calm down. And yes, after this, Red Hulk vanished, and Ross went back to the human form. This movie is In the end, Bradley is cleared from his terrorist attack. Torres gets invited to the Avengers, and the adamantium treaty is signed. Ross, now back to normal, throws himself in jail. Well, after those agonizing 2 hours, I give this film a solid 5 out of 10. See ya.